Thanks for tuning in to the Palm Beach Podcast, a weekly show highlighting people making a positive impact in our community. With your hosts, sports chiropractor and athletic trainer, Dr. James Spencer, photographer and art director, Mike Jones. Our show is brought to you by Pump House Coffee Roasters, the Lotus Travel Company, Hopportunities Self-Serve Beer Hall, and the Bishop's Water Company. Hello, and welcome to the Palm Beach Podcast. My name's Mike Jones, hanging out at Media Zone on Singer Island. Dr. James Spencer, how you doing today, buddy?
Fantabulous. Yourself?
Fantabulous. I know, every day in Palm Beach County is fantabulous.
Especially with these sunny blue skies.
And a special guest in the studio.
Yes, we do. Liv of LivFitness, welcome to the studio.
Thanks, guys. So happy to be here.
Yeah, what do you think of Media Zone?
Well, you guys had me with the little putting area.
Sure.
So I'm going to be here for a little while today.
Shout out Perfect Practice. I learned, though, that those dotted lines on the Perfect Practice aren't on the actual greens on the golf course.
Isn't that annoying?
So, I'm going to raise it with North Palm Country Club if they could put some dotted lines out for me.
That would help.
Yeah. But it's great, listening to you guys sort of chat and relate before this with your guys' one-on-one experiences. I was just sitting back enjoying the conversation because you can just tell you guys really care about helping people. And want you to tell us a little bit about your brand and your business.
So I have a personal training company. Basically, it's working one-on-one with people, helping them to be healthier and becoming their most fit version of themselves. And I also have a online portal that you can subscribe to and get all of my workouts, tons of content, nutrition. I have 3-week challenges on there that I constantly update, and it's been amazing over COVID. And yeah.
I to share the story, a patient of mine was the one who turned me on to you that had worked with you previously. And I was just a fan of the subscription website and everything that you had previously set up, fortunately, prior to COVID.
Yes.
And that's really what attracted me to your business is you're ahead of the curve, you're forward thinking. So that was a little kudos to you on that.
Thanks. Yeah. I was so thankful that I had that pre-COVID because I was already ready to go. I mean, everyone was transitioning to online. I mean, no matter what area of work you were in, I mean, we're all confined and doing things via Zoom and FaceTime. So it was a very seamless transition for me, thank God. But it's been so fun to connect with people literally all over the world. I mean, I have people in Europe. I have a girl in Australia.
That's so cool. Right?
It's been so sick. I'm really I pinch myself sometimes because it's the fact that I'm able to do that it's been amazing. But yeah, so the subscription service it's $29.99 a month, and for what you get, it's been amazing. Like I said, so much nutrition content, which is what people really love. The workouts are all kind of organized by time. Some are 30 minutes, some are an hour, some are in home with just minimal equipment, and then others are in an actual gym. So I have squat videos and videos of me on the cables and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool, and I think there's something for everybody on there. So that's kind of how I envisioned it when I was creating it. And then now over the last year, I've added so much content, and it's been great.
And I'm a brand guy, so I gotta give you kudos to that logo. And it's obviously an homage to the the ballet and the bar stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us about that.
So I grew up dancing ballet since I was 3 years old, and it was a huge part of my life, and not only physically but mentally is really the big takeaway now at my age. Of course, that's where my body awareness comes from, and the importance of nutrition and all of that, and staying trim and staying healthy. But really, it's the mental aspect that I love the most, because that's where my discipline comes from. And I'm teaching people discipline and how to create healthier habits and how to kind of even people who weren't raised to live a healthy lifestyle, like you can change your habits at any age. And I've met people who didn't really have the best diet and lifestyle, and they didn't really exercise, and they really pulled a 180, and you can do it. So
never too late to start,
it's
right?
never too
I love
late.
it.
And
Yeah,
like
I love
I've
it.
seen it firsthand, men, women, like I don't care how old you are. So that's kind of something that I like to stress, is that people say, oh, well, you know, you dance ballet, like your body has always been so important to you. It's easy for you to say, but really, like, if you want it bad enough and if you really want to make a change and start to feel better, you can do it at any time.
Yeah, I like the mental aspect of this because not that I've done ballet, but I'm sure it is very
should try
similar. I would love to, to be honest with you, I would like that. But it's very similar to, you have to be present.
Oh, yes.
Right. And not enough people are. And I think that's one thing that I can empathize with is a lot of the clients or patients or myself, you have to be present, whether it's balance training or ballet or whatever it may be. And I think that is an underestimated value in what we provide.
Yeah, I think so another part of my philosophy when it comes to fitness and health and wellness is creating a mind-body connection. So you can go to the gym, you can lift weights, work out, your mind can be elsewhere. But if you really build that mind-body connection to where you're actually like in the moment, you're being present, you're doing the movements with intention versus like just kind of going through the motions. And that's really what I teach. So when I'm training somebody one-on-one, it's like engaging certain muscles and really feeling what you're supposed to feel and doing things properly versus just kind of, like I said, training, but you're thinking about what else you're doing in your day. So teaching people to be present is, like, I think so huge.
Well, it's the flow state, right? And that's what I've always loved about sports is if you're thinking about your grocery list
Correct.
or, what do you have to go pick up later? Like, yeah, you're going to fall or stumble or not nail the move. And it's just an honesty detector when you're performing, right? But luckily for people out there in the world, there's people like you, both of you guys, to, help people grow and encourage and coach and train. Like I've seen the letters that you get from people, and I'm sure people write letters and notes to you as well. And I mean, it really, really does, mean a lot to people.
And let's talk a little bit about your business, more the one-on-one style and potential clients. What can they expect?
So, it's a super personal and very intimate relationship that I build with clients. So, like I was telling you earlier, I'm not just there to tell them what to do for an hour and then, you go on with your day. It's like I'm really connecting with these people. I'm a huge part of their lives, which is what's so rewarding to me. The fact that I'm able to actually make a huge impact on someone's life and help them like make little changes throughout their day as outside of our hour that we spend together. So it's like your mindset from when you wake up in the morning and what you're reaching for to drink and eat, like little things throughout your day. It's crazy how all these little things add up. And that's how you're building these habits that are like sustainable for life. And it's so interesting to watch people progress and just to get to know them on like such a personal level, like I said, versus just here's what to do your squats, do your lunges. Okay, see you later. I'm talking to my clients several times during the week when I'm not with them via text, via email. And everyone's different. I mean, some people require more of my attention and time, which I love. And then others are super self-sufficient and they're like, okay, Liv, the workout was great. See you in 3 days, and they're fine between now and then. So it's just really interesting to meet all walks of life and learn everyone's needs and how different one is versus the other.
And a lot of what I appreciate about your content is leading by example. That's all we can really control, right? Like we can educate till we're blue in the face, but showing them is much easier.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I have gotten better with my Instagram in the last probably year, just because it's like such a fun way to interact with people too. And I know it's like such a huge part of our society, and nowadays everything is on Instagram. And I used to struggle because I'm seeing, 8 clients a day, also doing emails and my online clients. And I used to feel like, oh my God, I don't have time to do my Instagram. And then I started to kind of integrate it into my day, and it started to become more seamless. But it's really cool to post what I do and to post what I eat and my workouts and stuff like that. And it's a cool way for people to see what I'm doing throughout the day, and it's definitely great for accountability. And they're like, okay, well, she crushed it in the gym this morning.
The cauliflower in the bowl.
100%. Yeah. Okay. Not only is she telling me what to do, but she also does this herself. And I live, eat, sleep, breathe. I'm a wellness junkie. I don't just do it because, I have to look a certain way or whatever. I mean, granted, of course you want to look good, but at the end of the day, it's definitely more so about how you feel. And I'm more energized, and I just love it. I love anything to do with health and wellness, and I'm big on meditation, and I'm all about positivity and mental health and everything. So I like to really just kind of share on my platform everything that I do.
Well, just listening to your comments there, very much echoing Lance Gill and Jason Bale,
Yep.
where it's not just the hour that they're paying for, right? And what was they saying?
It's not transactional, it's transformational.
And that's what's so cool is of course, they're paying for a service and you're running a business and you have your expenses. But if you keep them healthy and happy, they're going to keep coming back. They're going to keep, referring people. And I mean, I'd rather have a word of mouth customer anyways. So
100%. And it's funny. Most of my clients are word of mouth. Instagram is another big one. I mean, I reach out to a lot of people via Instagram, and those are more of my subscriptions and stuff. But as far as my one-on-one clients, they're usually referred by somebody else I train.
And they always have kids and grandkids and everything
Absolutely,
else, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I just, occasionally pop to his facility and we'll take some photos or whatever. And I know the story of the kid that just graduated high school and he's going to go swim somewhere, and I know his mom, and just from me, I know these people. So I can only imagine the level that you connect with. But let's talk about say, I'm a mom, or I'm a dad, or I'm a high school athlete, just a person in Palm Beach County. Who are you looking to work with? Is there a niche, or is it?
I mean, it kind of just happened. I do definitely have a niche. Mostly females. I have a couple guys who are solid and have been with me for a while, and they're amazing. And I definitely like to have, some guys. I can't just,
Yeah.
it's such a totally different mindset when you're training a guy versus a woman. But both are amazing. But anyway, I actually have mostly moms. I'd say mostly the mom age, but I mean, it varies. I have a 30-year-old girl today, and then I also had a 65-year-old woman in the same day, so I guess I would say I have a variety.
And everybody's goal is different, right?
Oh, completely. Yeah.
Some people just need to stand on 2 feet. Others are trying to get fit.
It's hot girl summer, right?
Yes.
So, I mean,
100%. Yeah. I mean, it's hot girl summer for 90% of my clients. The other 10%, they're just trying to be healthy and get by. They're not trying to be in a bikini, and that's fine. And those are the people that they want to be healthy. They want to be held accountable. They make an appointment with me and they're like, I'm going to make it. I'm not going to miss this. I'm doing this for myself. But they're also, like I said, they're just trying to maintain, trying to be healthy, trying to get a good report from their annual doctor's visit,
Mm-hmm.
So is it pretty customizable? Could I say I want to see you once a week, 3 times a week, double sessions? What does the plans look like?
Very customizable. So it really depends on what you have to work with. So I have some people, most of my clients have equipment of their own, either in their house, in their building. They're using all of their own equipment. And then I have some people who they go to a gym. And then I have online clients to where I don't see them in person at all. And I write them up plans. And basically I give them video clips of each exercise to do weekly. And I upload all their videos usually around Sunday, Monday for the week. And you can do 1 workout a week, or you could do 3 customized workouts a week. And I base it off of what you have to work with. So some people have, like I said, a ton of equipment, and others have 3 sets of dumbbells, a couple resistance bands, and a chair. And we work with what they have. And you know what? We get it done and we make it happen. And I think it just depends on how much determination you have and like how motivated you are. I can do as much as possible to motivate somebody, of course. Like I'm your biggest cheerleader, but at the end of the day, there's a part of it that's
accountability.
100%. Yeah, like you have to hold your end of the wagon. Is that what they say? But it's been great. I have some super motivated people, like I said, who don't even live in my state, and they check in with me usually once a week, via text or via email, and they say, hey, this is how my week went. I had a great week. Or like, oh my God, my week was garbage. I need to do better next week. And I say, okay, how can I help you? How can we make this easier for you to stay on track? So it's very customizable, to answer your question. I mean, it's great that way, which is what I love.
Well, and it's also the ability for you to have a different variety of people, clients, and the ability to say, okay, do you want to do body weight movements, or do we want to lift heavy?
100%.
Right.
It's never boring, because it's like there's not one person. No 2 people are the same. And also like injuries and pregnancy, and some women are postpartum, so there are certain things that they cannot do. Or with COVID, like some of my clients got COVID and they were out for a month, and we kind of had to work around that. But it's very interesting, always challenging, and always fun for me.
And let's talk a little bit too about the clientele that we work with, and some of the business nuggets that we get as well.
Yeah, I mean, I have learned a lot from a bunch of my clients in terms of how I run my business, and I have some clients that are into marketing, and some that are very business savvy, and some that are super creative, right? Like so many different types of people. And it's interesting to hear their point of view, and they are, amazing. I work with so many great people, and they all want the best for me. So they'll give me pointers here and there, and I always take everything that they give, because I think it's really important to learn from others and see other perspectives, and also moms and dads, right? Like nothing business related, but I see like parenting and like marriages and so many. I swear I take notes every day of my life. I'm like, wow, I love that. Or I want to maybe do that differently. You know what I mean?
Adulting so hard.
So hard. And it's like, I've learned so much in the last several years of like what I want for myself in the future and all that stuff. So it's pretty amazing.
And it's also just the intimacy of connections and learning and asking questions, and even our clients being a little vulnerable as well to open up, because a lot of them are kind of, a lot of people ask things of them. So them opening up to us and giving us a few of these nuggets, I'm always like you said, a sponge to soak that up and learn and take that perspective.
Absolutely. I mean, especially in a personal training setting, you're very vulnerable. I mean, you're vulnerable because you trust the person who's training you or working with you. But also, this is the hour of your day where you're actually looking forward to, because it's something that you're doing for yourself, right? So it's like nobody dreads their session with me. So they could be having a horrible day, and they could come in and maybe be feeling a little bit negative about something that happened in their day. But at the end of the day, it's like, all right, this is my hour. I'm pumped because I'm doing this for myself. And, they usually tell me about what happened in their day, and
venting a little bit is what I was going to say. Yeah. I was waiting for it.
Oh, venting is like putting it lightly. But it's great. I mean, it's like I said, never boring.
Well, and I'm also curious if we had a camera of when they walked in, their face, their body posture, and then when they leave, we both know that it would be two different perspectives or two different people walking in and walking out.
Yeah, let's just hope the sound is off though.
Yeah,
Sure.
touche.
So what's some goals going forward? I'm sure you learned a lot about your business last year, and going online was pretty beneficial for your style. What do you want to do going forward?
Yeah, so I have the cool thing about my job and my business and how I have it all set up right now is that it's pretty I feel like I can go different I can take it in different directions, depending on where I'm at in my life. But for right now, I think I want to focus more on my online platform and building that and reaching more people and people all over. There's only a certain amount of hours in the day, and I can only work so much in a day, one-on-one. But I think that I'm really trying to build my online content and just kind of really blow it up and take it wherever it wants to go. I'm spending some time in New York this summer and doing some pop-ups in the Hamptons, which I'm really looking forward to. And I'm looking forward to connecting with a lot of new people and just basically connecting with as many new people as possible.
Network and grow.
Yes, of course.
Well, and it's just accessibility. Technology has made your knowledge and skills and experience accessible. For you only have 7 or 8 slots in a day that you can book. Yeah. And to have your knowledge in a place where you can help more people, I mean, it just makes sense, right?
Absolutely.
And then you can scale and not have to work as many hours in a day.
Touche.
I mean, it gets exhausting. When I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, but at the end of a day where I've seen 8 or 9 clients in one day, I want to go home and no one call me, no one text me, don't talk to me. My mom's like, "Where are you? Why are you answering?" I'm like, "Sorry, Mom, I can't talk."
Decompress.
I've been talking all day. Yeah.
Decompress.
This is my time to not do stuff.
And I can relate. Like, you literally have to be on for those 8 or 9 hours nonstop.
Yeah.
Right? And they'll know because of the one-on-one set. They'll know if you're not present.
Absolutely.
Right. So I can totally relate. But who do you want to give a shout out to?
Oh man, I don't know.
A little thanks to somebody, mom, dad.
My mom is amazing. My mom is super supportive. And I have a great therapist that I love, and she's like, she's the best, and she's kind of a mentor to me. And
yeah, definitely.
She was really great, especially with my business. I mean, I got to a point where I was a little overwhelmed and I didn't know how to juggle everything because you do everything when you have your own business. You're marketing, you're secretary, you do it all. So there was a point where I was like, I'm overwhelmed. Like, I can't do all of this. And she's like, "But yes, you can." Like, of course you can. So,
and you did.
I did. Yeah. And I'm never stopping.
And you do still.
I'm gonna forever.
That's so cool. Yeah. I think that honestly, and this is conversations that I have with a lot of my good friends, is I think a lot of people would benefit from a therapist.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a very unbiased conversation. Again, something that you're doing for yourself, and you're getting a lot of what you have in your head out verbally with no judgment back.
Definitely.
It's more accountability.
It is. It really is. And I think more people would benefit from that versus looking at it like, oh, this is kind of, one of those things.
For crazy people.
Yeah, it's not. It's actually, I think it's holding yourself accountable, but it's also you just getting things off your chest where they can verbalize it back as far as, oh yeah, that is a good idea, or probably not a good idea.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, I have a solid handful, I'd say, of girlfriends who I love and adore, and they're so supportive and amazing to me. And, I can always go to them and say, "Hey, what do you think of this situation?" But it is a different vibe when you're going to someone who's seriously like out of everything and just there to give you their professional opinion. So
correct. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. And
I was going to say, how can we find you online?
Yeah.
So it's www.livefitnesstraining.com. And my Instagram is @LivFigueroa.
Easy.
Yeah, I could definitely spell that. How do you spell Figueroa? Is that your last?
Yeah, nobody can spell it. Figueroa.
Easy breezy. Well, thank you so much for coming
Liv,
on the
thanks
show.
for coming to Media Zone.
Thank you so much, you guys. This was so fun.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Palm Beach Podcast. If you'd like to give back and help our show grow, please learn about ways to give and donate at thepalmbeachpodcast.com.